President Trump is now publicly demanding stricter gun control in a break with the NRA and fellow Republicans. The president met with lawmakers at the White House yesterday and told them he'd even support bypassing due process to take guns from the mentally ill. Paula Reid is at the White House with the surprising remarks from the president. Paula, good morning.
Good morning. The central theme of the president's agenda was strengthening background checks for folks trying to purchase weapons. He brought that up about a dozen times in that meeting with lawmakers, but he says no matter what action is actually taken, he just wants to quickly end the nonsense of mass shootings.
We have to act. We can't wait and play games and nothing gets done.
President Trump stunned lawmakers on both sides of the aisle Wednesday with his overarching demands for gun control.
Like, take the firearms first and then go to court.
After Vice President Mike Pence suggested court procedures for removing guns from dangerous people, Trump caught him and many in the room off guard by seeming to dismiss due process.
I like taking the guns early, so you could do exactly what you're saying, but take the guns first, go through due process second.
President Trump also reiterated his support for raising the age limit to purchase some weapons.
It doesn't make sense that I have to wait till I'm 21 to get a handgun, but I can get this weapon at 18. I don't know. So I was just curious as to what you did in your bill.
We didn't address it, Mr. President. Look, I think
why? Because you're afraid of the NRA, right?
My reservation about it, frankly, is that the vast majority of 18, 19, and 20-year-olds in Pennsylvania who have a rifle or a shotgun, they're not a threat to anyone.
Typically an ally of the NRA, Mr. Trump said he's willing to act without the group's support.
I think you underestimate the power of the gun lobby.
They have great power over you people. They have less power over me.
The president did stop short of supporting a ban on assault weapons, but some are skeptical that he will follow through on his demand for action.
I think it's just as likely that the White House personnel will be up here in the next few days doing the NRA's bidding. But the president certainly committed himself to things that, if he puts his full weight behind it, can get done.
The NRA is calling the president's proposal bad policy, but the president says if a bill reaches his desk, he will sign it. Although some critics note he was equally bullish on DACA and nothing was ever passed. Alex?
Paula, the president tweeted again yesterday about his attorney general calling Jeff Sessions disgraceful for asking the inspector general to look into the FISA process. What has been the reaction to that latest salvo over at the Justice Department?
Well, since the attorney general recused himself from the Russia investigation, the president has publicly criticized his attorney general and the Justice Department. And the attorney general does not tend to respond to this in any way. And this dynamic has actually become something that special counsel Robert Mueller is looking into as part of his inquiry into obstruction of justice. But yesterday, the attorney general really surprised a lot of us. He pushed back with a public statement, sort of suggesting that the president was ignorant of the investigative process and saying he will continue to serve as attorney general with dignity and honor.
Thanks, Paula.
Yeah, there are reports that he calls Attorney General Mr. Magoo behind the scenes. That's got to be tough. It's interesting to see how this White House operates.
It is not normal to have passive-aggressive competing statements. They have phones. They can call each other.
So
it is
publicly.
Unprecedented, as many things are.
That's a word we use a lot. Thank you very much again, Paula.